All right, so to start this off, we're going to take this very heavily in the hips. We're going to take this to the hurdler's balance here, or Vinyasa. Vinyasa too, yeah. But whatever that said, and basically I'm just going to refer to this as a hurdler's balance because it's easier to say. So a lot of opening through the inner thighs, the hamstrings as well. Just keep that in mind. And before we start, I'll just go through the demonstrations very quickly here. So coming into that hurdler's balance, that'll be at the end of each sequence. You're going to find yourself in this almost all fours position. So both hands down, one knee down, one foot forward on the same side behind the wrist. And then with that front foot, lift the heel, bring it outside your upper arm, keep the heel lifted. And then you want to think chaturanga here as you take this to the arms. So the shoulders come forward, pull the elbows directly underneath you, and my left leg's forward. So I'm going to put my ribs onto my right arm, lift the left foot so I can put the left leg on the left arm, and you got to lift that foot, keep in mind. And then look forward, lean forward. You need to pull your chest forward to lift the back leg, and that's where you're going to find that lift, keep in mind. What people tend to do is just drop their head to the floor. They do this kind of thing, just trying to lift. It's not going to work. You have to extend, and you have to engage the back line of your body to lift the back leg. If you can take things further, maybe extend the front leg as well, a little bit out to the side, maybe it comes forward, depends on how flexible you are, and then we'll take it through the vinyasa from there. So just keep that in mind. You can just step it back, you can fly it back, whatever suits you best. And that is at the end of each sequence. Now at the beginning of each sequence, there's one more demonstration here. I'm going to start this from down dog and then take this to a series of hops. So you bring one foot up in the air, take this back and forth, and eventually you'll pull your knee forward, keep it forward, and step your foot down about halfway down the mat. Second foot comes forward in line with the first. And then from here, just set up your hands, press in your palms, dig into your fingertips, shoulders over so your arms stay straight. And then just 3 times, hop, clap your feet, and come down as light as you can. Now this can be low. You don't have to take it up very high up off the floor. Keep pressing your hands. And if you want to take this to where you're stacking your hips over your shoulders, still press down and try to land as silently as possible. We'll do that 3 times, and then we'll move into the flow from there. So that will be at the very beginning. So just have that in mind. So all that said, let's go ahead and start the standing. So bring yourself to the front of the mat. And then just set this up. Feet a little bit wider than the hips, heels in, toes out. Bend your knees, sink about halfway down to a squat, and bring your elbows to your thighs. And then keep the arms and legs pressing into each other. Spread your shoulder blades out wide, let your spine round. And then just let your head hang. Now, keep some tension here. Keep this lifted so you're not just shrugging and sinking down between the shoulders. But then look down at your feet. So bring the weight forward toward your toes as much as you can. And then pull your weight back toward your heels. And just see that you've got the center somewhere in between. Arms and legs pressing into each other. Keep your spine rounded like this, and then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And when you're ready, start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, draw on as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs and hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. And then when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. Now when you're ready, you take a deep inhale. And then when you exhale, just open your eyes. And with your next inhale, roll this up to standing. Take it slow. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. And then to move from here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center again. Inhale, reach up high. And with the exhale this time, lean to the right side. Right arm reaching down toward the full, left arm right. Bring your gaze up high and just stretch this out long here to the side for a moment. With your next inhale, bring it back to vertical, reach up. And then with the exhale, lean left, left arm reaching down, right arm left, gaze up high here and just stretch this out long. And then with your next inhale, bring it back to center, arms high. Now with the exhale, hands to heart center, bend your knees, sink down to a low squat. Now with your next inhale, bring this up, but lean to the right. Put the weight to your right foot. And then with the exhale, sink down low again. Inhale, bring this up over to your left foot. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, come back up onto the right foot, maybe even hover the left. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, come back up onto your left foot this time, maybe hover your right. And then with the exhale, sink down low. Inhale, bring this up, lean right, hold here, and try to lift that left foot up off the floor. Just breathe. And then sink this back down, come back to that deep squat. Inhale, bring this up over to the left, try to hover the right foot and just hold. Feel out your balance. And let things be a little bit wobbly. We're just beginning. And then when you're ready, just sink this back down. Now this time, sink down and stay low. Hands to your thighs. Keep the thighs toward parallel off the floor. Maybe even step this out a little bit wider. And then take this into a twist. So bring the right hand to the floor inside your right foot. Keep the left hand on your left thigh. Hips down low. Press your knees out to the side. Left shoulder above the right. Look up toward the ceiling. And then go ahead and release that. Go ahead and bring your left hand down to the floor. Right hand to the right knee. And then look up toward the ceiling. Keep your hips down low. Knees out wide. Just feel the twist and a little bit of more opening in the hips. And then go ahead and bring both hands down. Now straighten your legs, hips up high, shake out your legs a little bit for a moment. And then as you fold it, stay loose, but slide your feet toward each other. Now I want to take this into a gorilla pose here, just to stretch out the wrists and take things a little bit further. So one by one, slide your hands underneath your feet with the palms facing up. And bring the toes in toward your wrist creases. Now just feel this out. Spread your fingers out wide, press the fingertips down, keep your hands tense. And see about digging the toes in toward the wrist creases here. Just move the bones around just a bit. And just keep that tension in your hands so you can tolerate this a little bit better if you're not used to this kind of thing. Now, if you want to take this further, you can always lift one heel and then the other, maybe put more weight on your hands. You can lift both, just keep careful not to fall forward. And if you want to take this into the hamstrings as well, keep your hands grounded, but maybe bend the elbows and pull your head down toward the floor and start to straighten your legs. And there's a lot to play around with here, so just feel things out for a moment. And then when you're ready, just release your hands from underneath your feet. And then start to sink this down. Now bend your knees, touch your belly to your thighs, look forward. And then with your feet about hips width distance, sink into a lower squat. Reach the arms forward as a counterbalance. And now you can bring your hands down at any point. We're going to come down to a seat, but drop this down lower. Keep reaching forward. And then as lightly as you can, with as little impact as possible, come all the way down. And then once you're down, feet in front of you about hips width distance, walk the hands back behind you. Turn the fingertips away. Pardon me for this moment. And then walk the hands in toward each other as well. Pardon me. Okay, there we go. It's not COVID, everybody. I just kind of a little clog in my throat here. So as you walk your hands back, point the fingertips away from you and straighten the arms just shy of the point where you keep them fully straight. So you're still able to bend the elbows a little bit. Now grip the floor with your fingers. Pull your chest forward. Feel that stretch across the shoulders in your chest. And then as you hold on to this, keep the upper body as is and just fold your knees to the right and left. And as you're moving back and forth, keep your chest pulling forward and just breathe here. And then go ahead and walk this back into center. Walk the hands in. And then just shake your shoulders and hands out a little bit. And then when you're ready, take hold of your knees, squeeze them into your chest and lean back. And you're just taking a very compressed version of both with the legs pulled in tight. Now press your low back forward. Sit this up as tall as you can. And then go ahead and release your grip. Arms at your sides, bring the shins up toward parallel with the floor. And we're going to use this position to move around bit by bit. So when you're ready for me, let's take this side to side. Right foot comes to the floor, left hand to your side. And then just press into full, lift your hips up off the mat as you lean to the left. And then just bring this back down and come back to boat, and we'll take that back and forth. Left foot down, right hand down, lift your hips up off the floor. And then come back to center, back to balancing, legs together. Right foot down, left hand to the floor, lift up. And then bring yourself back down to the mat. Left foot down, right hand down, lift this up. And then come back down, back to center, back to boat. Right foot down, left hand to the floor, lift this up. Bring yourself back to center, legs back together. Left foot down, right hand to the floor, lift this up. And then bring yourself back down, legs together here. Right foot down, left hand down, lift up one more time. Come back to center, back to boat. And then left foot down, right hand down, lift this up. And bring yourself back to center, back to boat. Now we're going to keep moving, but take this a little bit differently here. And this time we work the compression. So this is going to be the bottom of a pistol squat. So when you're ready, just bring the right foot down, hands down behind you. Now lift yourself up off the floor and press your torso into the right thigh. Round forward as much as you can. Now maybe your left leg straight, maybe you bend the knee, and that's fine if your hamstring's tight. But then come back and bring your legs back together, back to boat. Other side, left foot down, hands behind. Press this forward, press your torso into your left thigh as much as you can. And then come back down, back to boat. Now, when you keep lifting like that, and you got the choice, you can use your hands to press yourself forward or reach forward and just do this from your core. So right foot down, left leg lifted. Lift this forward and come on forward to that right thigh. Bring it back down, back to boat. Left foot down, lean this forward, press your torso forward into your left thigh. And then come back to center, back to boat. And don't be shy about having your hands down behind you. Right foot down, left leg forward, lift this up. Come back to your seat, bring your legs together. Left foot down, right leg forward, press your torso forward as much as you can. Bring it back down, legs back together. Right foot down, press yourself forward, squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. And then bring it back down, legs together. Left foot down, right leg forward, press your torso to your left thigh, squeeze the legs toward each other here. And then bring it back down, back to boat. One more round. Right foot down, left leg forward, press your torso forward here. Come back down, back to boat. And then left foot down, right leg forward, press into your left thigh. Bring it back to center, back to boat. And then go ahead, set your feet down. Reach your arms forward around your spine. And then round this all the way down. Take hold of your knees, squeeze them into your chest, and then just pull everything down. Now you can pull your knees up. And then when you're ready to release your grip, now go ahead and bring your feet down to the floor. We're going to take a couple versions of bridge here. So the first one's going to be with the Baddha Konasana setup. So that's soles of feet together, knees out wide. And set this up so your feet are pressed together, but you pull your heels in close so you can flatten your low back as much as possible while you're down. Now arms at your sides but with the elbows bent. Forearms vertical. Make your hands into fists. Keep your fists clenched. And press the elbows to the floor. Just keep your gaze up high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, pressing your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift up, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, press us up high. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift this again. Exhale, lower. Now inhale, press up one more time and hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing. Try to pull the knees out wide as you stay lifted. And just keep breathing. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just roll this back down. And we'll take one more version here. So rather than having your feet together, set your feet down flat, about hips width distance. And walk your feet in close. So again, you're starting with your low back more or less flat while you're down. And then arms are still bent, hands still curled into fists, but bring your elbows out to the sides. And this is sort of like a bench pressing setup from here. We'll take it up and down like this. Now with an inhale, press your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Exhale, roll your spine down. Inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, roll down. Now inhale, lift up one more time and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting, keep the fists clenched. And then to take it further, dig into your heels, maybe lift your toes. And try to pull the heels in toward your shoulders and tense up the back line of your body further. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring it all back down. Once you're down, bring your knees to your chest, pull your hands in your knees, squeeze everything in. And then lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. And then cross at the ankles, roll forward to a seat, come further to your hands, find all fours. And once you're in all fours, just take a moment here and move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move. Maybe shake your legs out a little bit. And then when you're ready, just bring this back into center. We'll take one more stretch of the wrists. So walk your knees forward behind your wrists and then bring your knees out wide. So wider than your hips, toes pointing toward each other. Maybe they touch, almost like you're about to come into child's pose. And then with your palms down, rotate your hands, fingertips to the side, rotate in toward your feet in that direction as far as you can go. And just keep your seat down low. Now grip the floor, press your palms flat. And as you dig your fingertips down, feel that stretch moving through the wrists and into the forearms. And you can always just stay here and maybe just go forward and back. But if you can take this further while you hold that grip, just move one leg at a time. Lift your right leg and try to bring the right heel forward past the right hand. And then bring that right knee back down. Lean right, bring your left heel forward. And then set the knee down. Right heel forward again, still gripping the floor with your fingers. And then come back to center. Bring that left heel forward. And then come back to center here. Right heel forward again. And then come back down. Bring your left heel forward. And come back down. One more round. Right heel forward. And then bring your knee down. And then bring your left heel forward. And set that knee down. And then come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels. And take a moment. Shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And we will take this a little bit further. Now to take this into the upper body, come back into all fours. And we're going to do a modified version of a Russian push-up here. Now coming into this setup, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and slide the hands just a little closer to the knees, maybe about half a hand's length. Now pressing your palms, rotate your hands so that the index finger is pointing forward. You can even go further out if you need to, if you want to back off any tension in the wrists. But pressing your palms with your arms straight, lean your shoulders forward right away past your wrists. And keep in mind, you're going to keep your arms parallel. So think chaturanga here. As the elbows bend, they stay pulled in towards center, toward your ribs. So when you're ready, shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Come halfway down and hold. Pull your elbows in. Now keep your elbows bent. Bring your weight back and set the elbows down on the floor. Shift your weight forward. Arms are still bent. Elbows pulled into your sides. Press this up to straight. Again, shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Hold it halfway. Bring your weight back. Elbows come down to the floor. Bring your weight forward. Elbows are still pulled into your sides. Press this up to straight. One more time like that. Shoulders forward as the elbows bend and hold here at halfway. Bring your weight back. Elbows come down to the floor. Bring your weight forward. Elbows are still pulled in. And then press back up to straight. And take a moment to breathe. Let's move a little bit. And we're not done. We're going to take one more round. Now you got the choice, and if that's hard enough, doing this with your knees on the floor, just hold on to that. It's going to be the same movement of the arms, but if you want to take the full version of this movement here, go ahead, step your feet back, and this is going to bring you through plank, chaturanga, and dolphin. Still moving the arms the same either way. Now once you've got this set up, straight arms, shoulders come past your wrists, and let's take it back and forth. Shoulders forward as the elbows bend, hold here at halfway. Elbows are still bent, bring your weight back, elbows come down to the floor. And then shift your weight forward. Keep the elbows pulled into your sides. Press this up to straight. Again like that. Shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Hold here, halfway down. And then pull your weight back. Elbows come down to the floor. Bring your weight forward. Elbows are still pulled into your sides. And then press this up to straight. One last round. Shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now hold here. Pull your weight back. Elbows come down to the floor. Bring your weight forward. Elbows are still bent, still pulled into your ribs. Press up to straight arms. And then just relax and breathe for a moment. And then from here, let's take this down from the hands and onto the forearms. So once you bring your forearms down to the floor, take this into a forearm plank. Step your feet all the way back. And when you bring your feet back, set them out wide, about hips width distance apart. Just bring your body into line. Now from here, we're going to take this onto the right side. So you're going to stay in your right forearm, but come up onto your left hand. Rotate your heels over to the right. And this is basically a forearm side plank, but with your feet staggered. Now from here, keep your core engaged. Keep your hips lifted like this. Keep the left shoulder above the right. And if it's enough just to hold this, stay here. Now if you can take it further, we're going to move the left leg. So start by just lifting your left heel. Touch the big toe to the floor. Keep your hips lifted. And then back and forth. Bring that left foot up as high as you can. And then bring the big toe down to the mat. Left leg up high again. And then bring the toe back down. Left leg up high. Bring the toe down again. Lift your left leg. Bring the big toe to the floor. One more time. Left leg up high. Bring the toe back down. And then come back to center, back to your forearm plank. And go ahead and set your knees down for a moment. Take a breath or two. We'll take it to the other side. So when you're ready, with your forearms down, come into that forearm plank on the other, so we can set this up for the other side. Step your feet back, bring hips width distance apart again. And this time, roll your heels to the left, stay on your left forearm, and come up onto your right hand. So right shoulder above the left, hips are still lifted, keep your core engaged, and this is good enough. Now, if you can take it further, if you're going to move, lift the right heel, just keep the big toe touching the floor, try to keep that rotation. And then right leg up as high as you can go. Bring the big toe down. Right leg up high. And bring the toe back to the floor. Right leg up high. Bring your big toe down. Lift your right leg up again. Big toe to the floor. One more time, right leg up high. And then set the big toe down. And then come back to center onto your forearms. And then just come up to all fours and take a moment to breathe here, move around. And then to take this just a little bit further into the hips, we're going to take a lopsided shape. So from all fours, I want you to come down onto the right forearm, but stay on your left hand. So right elbow to the side, right hand moves to center. That forearm's diagonal. Slide your left hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep that elbow pulled in. Now put the weight to the right knee, hover the left, keep your left knee bent, and keep your chest facing down. Now left knee to the side as high as you can lift, and then fold the leg back in. Left knee out to the side again. Fold the leg in. Left knee out to the side. Fold the leg in one more time. Left knee out to the side. Now keep it lifted, keep your toes pointed left and hold. Now with an inhale, extend your left leg straight back. Exhale, knee to left shoulder. Now keep it in close and press that left leg down onto your left arm. And look down at the floor. Now see about taking this further. As you look down, tuck the toes of the right foot. Try to lift the right knee. And if you want to go further still, press that left leg into your left arm and maybe work to straighten your left leg. And then go ahead and release that. Come back down to the mat. Back to all fours. And we're just getting a taste of that setup toward the hurdler's balance from here. So we'll take that lopsided version on the other side. So come down onto your left forearm, but stay on your right hand this time. Left elbow to the side. Left hand comes into center. That forearm's diagonal. Slide your right hand back, stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep the elbow pulled in. Put the weight to the left knee. Hover the right. Keep the right knee bent. And then right knee to the side, high as you can lift. Fold the leg back in. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift. Fold the leg back in. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift. Fold the leg back in. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift. And fold the leg back in. Right knee to the side, high as you can lift. Now keep it lifted, keep your toes pointed right, and just breathe. With an inhale, extend the right leg straight back. Exhale, knee to right shoulder. Now keep it here and press that right leg down into your right arm. Now to take it further, just keep your chest facing down. Tuck the toes of the left foot. Lift your left knee up off the floor. And keep that right leg pressing down. Maybe extend the right leg over your right arm. And then go ahead and release this. Bring everything down. Come back to all fours. And once you're on all fours, just breathe, move around. You can always stay here, breathe, take a little break, maybe take another stretch before you move on. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now, once you move into your down dog, just take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Pressing your palms, flatten your hands. You want to feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs, keep in mind. And sink your chest down low. And even as your chest sinks down, pressing your hands to press your hips up higher. And let that upward reach of the hips start to extend and straighten everything out from the wrist creases through to the hips. Keep some engagement, some tension in your core, drawing through the belly around the low ribs. And as your hips press high, if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, let it go. Bend your knees. And you can always just pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward and step this to the front of the mat. It's like a ragdoll fold. Feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe sway this side to side to loosen farther. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin. And then just restack your spine. So slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the forward to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat, step this back to high plank. Now find your shape, wrist the shoulders, palms, press to the floor, press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling, stay lifted, keep your core engaged, keep your body in line. When you're ready, you take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides, and lower with control all the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you, hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And let's take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, peel up one more time. Now just stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in your upper body. Press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back. Keep your gaze at least a little bit forward. And try to lift this up higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll this back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stand the tops of your feet. And keep your legs active, work to lift your knees up from the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, try to pull the hips forward to help deepen and lengthen the arc through the front. Now lift with your arms, lift with your shoulders, keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. And then take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up high, back to down dog. Pedal out for a moment, let your hips move side to side. And now let's take this to our sun salutation. Steady movement, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold this down. Inhale to stand and reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, fold this all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat, chaturangas, next high plank to low. With an inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze up, dog or cobra. And then with the exhale, pull your belly and bring your hips up high to down dog. And we'll keep it going steady, 2 more rounds. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to stand and reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold this all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And then with the exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to lows next. Now with an inhale, open up, drop this forward. Exhale, pull back in and bring your hips back up. One last round, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to stand and reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold this all the way down again. Inhale, halfway lift here. And then with the exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga. Now with an inhale, open up, draw this forward. Exhale, pull back in, bring your hips back up. And just pedal out, find your downward facing dog and breathe here. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with your right leg lifted, come into a scorpion dog. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left. Now let your hips open up, keep your shoulders squared, let your body twist. And we're going to go back and forth from here, so keep that right knee bent. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bring this forward, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to elbow again. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, forward, knee to right elbow one more time, stay forward. And then step the right foot down halfway down the mat and bring the left foot forward next to the right. Now we're setting up for those hops, palms down. Grip the floor, dig into your fingertips. Keep the arms vertical, shoulders over wrists. When you're ready, hop, clap your feet, land light, and do it 3 times. Now again, you can keep it low, you can bring it up high. Try to land your feet as lightly and as silently as you can. And then after the 3rd hop, bring the left foot down between your hands, that's your base foot. Pull the right knee to your chest and around your spine. Take hold of the right knee. And then very slowly take this all the way up to vertical. Now give yourself a moment to find your balance here. Slow your breathing down. And when you're ready, hands to your hips. Bring the right knee down in line with the left. And then reach back with both hands and find your right foot. Now once you've got that grip, just kicking your hands, line up the knees, stand this up tall. Let this pull your shoulders back and open up your chest, and this is plenty right here. If you can take it further, put just a little bend in your left knee, and then hinge from the left hip. Now as you bring your torso forward, kick into your hands and let that right knee lift behind you. You don't have to take it deep, just take this to where you can still balance, keep your chest open, keep breathing. And then slowly bring yourself upright, hands to your hips, right knee high for just a moment. And then switch this out. Set the right foot down and bring your left knee up high. So adjust to your right foot, dig into the big toe. And with the left knee lifted, once you're ready, bring your hands to your low back. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back, open up your chest. And we're going to go back and forth from here to a warrior three. So put a little bend on the right knee, and then hinge from the right hip, extend your left leg straight back. Bring your lifted body into line. You don't have to go deep, but start to sink down toward parallel. And then bring your torso back upright. With your left knee lifted, keep the bind. Again, like that, hinge forward. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Bring that left leg in line with the upper body, come down low. And then again, bring this back up. Left knee high, you're still balancing it. We'll take it one more time like that. Hinge forward from the right hip. Extend your left leg straight back. Now as you bring this down, just hold. Keep your lifted body in line. Try to lower that left hip, keep it in line with the right. And then when you're ready, bend the right knee. Set the left foot down behind you. Come to a high lunge stance. Now give yourself a moment to adjust. Deep under the right knee, left leg towards straight. The left heel's lifted behind. Pull the left hip forward, right hip back, and keep your hips squared. Shoulders pulled back, keep your spine tall. And we'll take this into the back leg, so take an inhale. With the exhale, just dip into that left knee, come down low. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower, take it slow. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower again. Now inhale, straighten. And with the exhale, lower one more time. Hover the knees, stay tall for your spine. And then just bring the left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you. Now I want to set this up for a half split variation. So just keep the arms bound, start to walk the right foot forward, and whenever you're ready, press into the right heel, point the toes up. You can keep the right knee bent. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. We're going to look for a stretch on the back of the right leg. And if you're going to straighten this completely, just keep in mind you dig into that right heel. Now rotate the right big toe in towards center, keep your shoulders pulled back. And let's just take this halfway down, so take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up again. And then with the exhale, hinge forward toward halfway and hold. Now as you hold this, keep your gaze forward, shoulders back. Touch your belly to your right thigh, even if you got to bend the right knee to make that happen. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Maybe press your knuckles toward the ceiling, take it further yet. Now stay forward like this, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands, bring them to the floor inside the right leg. And keep that right hip pulling back, left hip pulling forward. Now if this is enough, you can just stay here and feel the stretch. If you can take it deeper, bring the left forearm down all the way to the floor. Right shoulder stays above the left. And if you want to move with this, just reach that right arm toward the back of the mat. Now keep the right shoulder lifted and take it back and forth, moving your right arm. With an inhale, reach your right arm past the front of the mat. Exhale, reaches back. Inhale the right arm forward. Exhale, reaches back again. Inhale the right arm forward. Exhale, back one more time. Take a half bind, right arm behind your back. Palm face when you draw the shoulder back. Keep your gaze up high. Keep pulling that right hip back, left hip forward, but dig into the right heel. And just breathe here. Feel the stretch. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, both hands to the floor, either side of the right leg. Bend the right knee, set the right foot flat. Tuck the toes of the left foot, lift your left knee. Now bring the weight to the right foot, pull the left knee to your chest, curl in, round your spine. And as you curl in like this on your right foot, look toward the back of the mat. Crown of the head points toward the floor, left big toe toward the ceiling. Now back and forth to extend that left leg. With an inhale, reach your left leg straight up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, curl back in. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, curl in one more time, stay low. Now we're taking this to a revolved half moon. Your left hand stays down, lean left. When you're ready, reach your right arm high and extend your left leg straight toward the back of the mat. Now you can keep the right knee bent, that's fine. Maybe straighten the right leg, but right shoulder lifted, look right, and just breathe here. Now keep the twist in your upper body. If you want to go deeper, you can bind it. You can bend the left knee, reach with the right hand and find the left foot. If you have that grip, kick into your hand, let this pull your shoulder back and just breathe into this here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release both hands down. Bring the left knee down behind you and stand your right foot. Right foot goes behind the right wrist. Now this is that almost all fours position. We'll take this into hurdlers. So lift the right heel, right knee high outside your upper arm. And then like chaturanga, look forward. Bring your shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath you as they bend. Put your ribs on your left arm. Put the right leg on the right arm and lift the right foot. Now keep looking forward. Pull your chest forward to lift your left leg. And if you want to go further, you can extend the right leg as well. When you're ready, take it through Vinyasa. You can step it back, you can fly it back, whatever you like. And once you find your down dog, take a moment, paddle out and breathe. From your downward facing dog, we'll take it on the other side. So with your next inhale, raise your left leg high. And then bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, let your body twist, keep the shoulders square to the front. And keep your left knee bent. We'll go back and forth from here, so take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring the left knee forward to the left elbow. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow again. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow, stay forward. And then set the left foot down halfway down the mat. Bring the right foot forward next to left. Now arms straight, shoulders over the wrist, pressing your palms, dig your fingertips down. Again, 3 times. Hop, clap your feet, land light. And then after your third hop, the right foot's your base. So set the right foot down between your hands. Pull the left knee to your chest around your spine. And then take hold of the left knee and slowly bring this all the way up to vertical. Now once you're up, give yourself a moment. Feel your balance out, dig into the right big toe. And then when you're ready, hands to your hips, bring the left knee down in line with the right. Now reach back with both hands, find your left foot. And once you've got that grip, kick in your hands, let this pull your shoulders back and open your chest. This is plenty right here, just keep yourself balanced. Now if you want to go further, put just a little bit on the right knee, hinge from the right hip, and as you're kicking your hands, bring your torso forward and let the left knee lift behind you. You don't have to go too deep, just to where you can actually balance this, and there's nothing wrong with just staying vertical. From wherever you are, bring yourself all the way back upright. Hands to your hips, left knee up high. And then switch it out. Left foot to the floor. Come to standing with your right knee high. Now slow your breathing down, dig into your left big toe. When you're ready, bring your hands to your low back. Find the grip that feels strange. Interlace your fingers, pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back, keep your chest open. And we'll go back and forth from here to that warrior 3. Put just a little bend on your left knee. And then hinge from the left hip. Extend your right leg straight back. Bring your lifted body into line. Maybe come down toward parallel. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Right knee lifted, torso upright. Again, hinge forward. Right leg straight back. Keep your hips squared. Keep your gaze forward. Keep breathing. And then bring yourself back up with your right knee high. One more time, hinge forward. Right leg straight back. And bring yourself as low as you're able. Now keep your lifted body in line. Lower the right hip, try to keep it squared with the left. Keep breathing here. And then when you're ready, just bend your left knee, set the right foot down behind you, and come to your high lunge stance again. Now deep bend left knee, right leg towards straight, right heel lifted behind. Right hip pulls forward, left hip pulls back. Keep your chest open, stay tall. And let's take this into the back leg. Let's take it slow. So take an inhale. And with the exhale, dip low onto that right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower again. Inhale, straighten. Stay tall through your spine. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, straighten. Now, at the exhale, lower. Stay low. Hover your knee. Keep your shoulders pulled back. And then to set the right knee on the floor, flatten the right foot behind you. And then start to walk your left foot forward. We'll take that half split variation. Now, whenever you're ready, press in the left heel, point the toes up toward the ceiling. The knee can be bent, maybe the leg straight, but rotate the left big toe towards center, pull the left hip back and right hip forward. Keep the bind, keep your shoulders pulled back. When you're ready, here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, hinge from the hips, come toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward halfway. Inhale, come all the way up. Now with the exhale, hinge forward one more time. Hold here. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Keep looking forward. Now, touch your belly to your left thigh, even if you got to bend the left knee. Maybe press your knuckles toward the ceiling if you want to take this in the shoulders as well. But keep breathing. Try to keep looking forward. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just bring both hands down inside your left leg. Now pressing your palms, keep that left big toe rotated in towards center. You can stay here. But if you can take it deeper, try to come down lower onto the right forearm. Left shoulder stays high. Now to take it deeper still, maybe reach your left arm back toward the back of the mat. Keep that left shoulder lifted. And just move with the left arm. With an inhale, reach it forward past the front of the mat. Exhale, reach this back. Inhale the left arm forward. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale the left arm forward. Exhale, reach back one more time. Take your half bind, left arm behind your back, palm face. When you pull the shoulder back, look up toward the ceiling and keep that left hip pulling back toward you. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring both hands down. Now hands are on either side of your left leg. Bend the left knee, set the left foot flat. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee. And then bring your weight forward. Pull the right knee to your chest and round your spine. Now stay rounded. Look toward the back of the mat. Crown of the head reaches toward the floor. Point the right big toe toward the ceiling. We'll go back and forth, extending the right leg this time. So with an inhale, reach your right leg straight up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, curl in. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, curl in one more time. Stay low. And then we'll take this revolved half moon. The right hand stays down. Lean right. When you're ready, reach your left arm high and extend your right leg straight back. So twist with your chest open to the left side. And just breathe. You can keep your left knee bent or straighten the leg. Now, as you hold the twist, if you want to go deeper with the bind, you can bend the right knee, reach it with your left hand. And if you do find that foot kick into your hand, let this pull your shoulder back and just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Both hands down, bring your right knee down to the mat. And stay on your left foot, but bring the left foot behind the left wrist. That almost all fours position again. Press in your palms, lift your left heel, left knee high outside the arm. Look forward. Now think chaturanga here again. Shoulders forward, pull the elbows in underneath you as you lower. Ribs go to the right arm, left leg goes to the left arm and lift the left foot. Look forward, pull your chest forward to lift the right leg as well. And then maybe extend your left leg. When you're ready, go ahead, step it back, fly it back, take it through another vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, just pedal things out. And we'll take this into the next sequence. So with your next inhale, raise your right leg high, bend the right knee, open up your hip, right foot goes left, scorpion dog. And we'll take it back and forth from here again. So take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, pull forward, knee to chest. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Stay here. And step the right foot down halfway down the mat. Left foot comes forward next to the right. Press into your palms, straight arm, shoulders to wrists, dig into your fingertips. 3 times. Hop, clap your feet, land light. And just take it back and forth. Now after that third hop, step the left foot down between your hands. That's your base foot. Pull the right knee to your chest around your spine. Take hold of the right knee. Let's round this all the way up to vertical. Once you're up, take a moment here, slow your breathing down. And then when you're ready, just bring your arms out wide. Now we're going to take this to an eagle bind with the arms. It's going to be right arm under, left arm over, cross at the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. And you can always reach across to the shoulders if you need to. Just do what works with the arms crossed. Shoulders down, elbows high. Keep the arms squeezing. And just move back and forth from your lower body here. So right ankle over your left thigh. Find a figure 4. Bend your left knee to sink down a little bit. Now press your left foot. Come up with your right knee high. And then sink down. Right leg behind the left. Try to touch the knee to the calf. Come to where you can. Bring yourself back up with the right knee lifted. Figure 4. Just sink into this a little bit with your legs crossed. Come back up, right knee high. Sink down, right knee to the back of your left leg. One more time like that. Bring yourself back up, right knee high. Figure 4, sink in. Come back up, lift your right knee. Sink down, right knee to the back of your left leg. Now bring yourself back up with your right knee high. And then to set the right foot down and lift the left. Stay balanced here. Now dig into the right big toe. Keep your gaze forward. Put a little bend in your right knee. And take this into your warrior 3. So hinge forward. Extend your left leg straight back. Bring your body into line. Come down as low as you can. Lower your left hip to keep it level with the right. Feel the lift in your glutes. And just breathe with your arms squeezing. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly bend the right knee, set the left foot down. Bring your hands to your hips. And we're opening up to a warrior two stance, everything open to the left side. Deep bend to the right knee, straight left leg, one line from the front heel to the back arch. Sink your hips low, you can always lengthen this out further. And then look to the left side of the mat, reach the arms up high with the palms facing in, and take it back and forth like this. Inhale, reverse, reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward, keep looking up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Now with the exhale, extend forward one more time, stay here. And bring the left hand to your left hip. Keep reaching forward with your right arm, look past your right hand, pull the left shoulder back. Now let's take it back and forth with your right leg. Straighten your right leg and pull the left hip back. This is your triangle stance. But then bend your right knee, reach forward, sink down further. Straighten the right leg, pull your left hip back. Bend deep into the right knee, sink down and forward. Straighten your right leg, pull the left hip back. Bend deep into the right knee, sink down and forward. And then bring both hands down inside your right leg and take this into Skandasana. So heels in towards center, toes out. Lift the right heel, come to sit in that right heel. Left leg extends toward the back of the mat. Now as you come down low, we're setting this up so we can move back and forth. So walk your hands into the center part of the mat. And let's take this back and forth. Keep your chest facing down, try to keep your hips low. So bring this through center, sink over to your left side. Right leg straightens out. Come back through center over to the right. Bring it through center over to your left again. And then come back through center to the right. Now one more time, sink to the left side and just stay low here. Right leg extended toward the front, keep the toes pointed up. Maybe just stay folded. You can bring your forearms down to the floor. This can be good enough. Now if you're able to take it deeper, if you got the flexibility, you can always set that left heel down, left foot flat, and maybe just sink inside the left leg. You can always bind this, you can twist. There's a bunch of variations to play around with here, wherever you can feel the stretch and still stay relatively balanced. Now from wherever you are here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come up onto your hands, walk them to the front, come into low lunge, lift your left heel. Now right foot's your base, pull the left knee to your chest, round to your spine. Now crown the head toward the floor, look toward the back of the mat, left big toe points up toward the ceiling, and then back and forth. With an inhale, reach your left leg straight up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, curl in. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, curl in one more time, stay low. And we're going to take half moon this time. So right hand stays down, lean onto your right hand. And then reach your left arm high, extend your left leg straight back. Now the right knee can be bent, and that's fine. Maybe straighten the right leg if you can, but open the left side as far as you can while you're balancing on that right foot. Now if you want to take this further, you can bend your left knee, reach with your left hand. And if you find that foot, kick into your hand, let this pull your shoulders further back. Breathe here. When you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, release both hands down, bring your left knee down, and the right foot stays forward behind your right wrist, back to that almost all fours position. So lift your right heel, right knee high outside the arm. Look forward, shoulders forward, pull the elbows in underneath. Put the ribs on your left arm, put the right leg on the right arm, lift the right foot. Keep leaning forward to lift your left leg, and then maybe extend your right leg as well. When you're ready, take it through another Vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, take a moment here, paddle out. And then we'll take all that on the other side. So with your next inhale, raise your left leg high. Now left leg lifted, bend your knee, find that scorpion dog, hang your left foot right. Keep the knee bent, take an inhale. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, forward, knee to chest. Inhale, open up, scorpion dog. Exhale, forward, knee to chest, hold here. Left foot comes down halfway down the mat, right foot forward next to left. Press in your palms, shoulders or wrists, straight arms, dig into your fingertips. 3 times. When you're ready, hop, clap your feet. Land light. And then after that third hop, right foot comes between your hands. That's your base foot. Left knee to your chest, round your spine. Take hold of the left knee. Let's take this all the way up to vertical. Once you're up, give yourself a moment to breathe. And then when you're stable, arms out wide, we'll take that eagle bind again. It's going to be left arm under this time, right arm over. Cross the elbows, palms to touch, thumbs toward your face. Reach to the shoulders if you need to. But keep the arms squeezing, shoulders down, elbows up. Now back and forth with the legs. Cross the left ankle over your right thigh. Figure 4, sink down just a little bit.
Come back up with your left knee high. And then sink down, left leg behind the right. Try to bring that left knee toward the right calf. Bring yourself back up with your left knee high. Figure 4 to sink down a little bit. Bring yourself back up, left knee lifted. Sink down, left knee to the back of the right leg. Bring it back up, left knee high. Figure 4 one more time. Just cross your legs and sink down. Come back up, left knee lifted. Sink down, left knee to the back of the right leg. Bring yourself back up with your left knee high. And switch feet, left foot to the floor, right leg lifted. Now dig in the left big toe, be sure you're balanced. And when you're ready, move into your warrior 3. Bend your left knee a little bit and hinge from your left hip. Extend your right leg straight back. Now bring everything lifted into line. Lower the right hip so it stays level with the left. Keep breathing here. Keep your arms squeezing. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bend the left knee. Right foot comes down, hands to your hips. Open up to your warrior 2 on this side. Deep bend left knee, straight right leg. One line from the front heel to the back arch. Again, sink low, maybe lengthen it out further. Now look to the right, reach the arms up high, palms facing in. Take this back and forth. Inhale, reverse, reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward, keep looking up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend one more time. Stay here. Right hand to the right hip and left arm reaching forward. Look past your left palm. Now keep the right shoulder pulled back and take this back and forth. Straighten your left leg, bump the right hip back. Bend deep into the right knee and reach, lean further forward. Straighten your left leg, bump the right hip back. Bend deep in the left knee and bring this forward. Straighten your left leg, bump the right hip back. One more time, bend your left knee, come further down, further forward. And then bring both hands down inside your left leg. And find Skandasana. Lift your left heel, come to sit in that heel. Right leg extends toward the back, point the toes up toward the ceiling. Stay low, walk your hands in toward the center of the mat. Now keep your chest down, facing down, keep your hips as low as you can, and switch this back and forth. Come through center over to your right side, straighten your left leg. Back through center, sink over to the left. Bring this through center over to the right again. Back through center to the left side. One more time through center, sink down to the right and hold here. Now maybe to stay here, you can fold this down, bring your forearms down and stay low inside both legs. And if you want to take it deeper, you can always bring that right heel down and maybe just sit this low, maybe take a bind, maybe take a twist, take this to where you can. And then from wherever you are, take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring both hands to the floor, walk them to the front of the mat. Lift your right heel, come to a low lunge. Left foot's your base, pull the right knee to your chest, round your spine. And round down, look toward the back of the mat, crown of the head reaches toward the floor, right big toe toward the ceiling. Back and forth with an inhale, extend your right leg straight up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, curl in. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, curl in one more time. Now while you're low like this, we're going to set up for half moon. Left hand stays down, lean left. And then reach your right arm high and extend your right leg straight back, open to the right side as far as you can. Now you can keep the left knee bent, and that's fine. Maybe straighten your left leg and bring your gaze to the right. If you want to bind it, you can bend the right knee, reach with your right hand. If you find the foot kick into your hand, let this pull your shoulder back. And just breathe into this here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release both hands down. Bring your right knee down to the mat. And left foot comes down behind your left wrist. Now back into that almost all fours position one more time. Lift your left heel. Left knee high outside the upper arm. Shoulders forward. Pull the elbows in underneath you. And then the ribs go to your right arm. Your left leg goes to your left arm. Lift your left foot. Look forward. Pull your chest forward. Lift your right leg. Maybe extend that left leg as well. And take it to your last vinyasa when you're ready. From your down dog, pedal out for a moment and breathe. And then let's take this into a half pigeon. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your right leg high. Exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind your right wrist. Right ankles come somewhere behind your left. Now, bring the left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you. Pull your left hip forward. Bring it in line with your right so the hips are still squared. And just sink your weight straight down. Now, you can stay upright like this. This might be good enough. If you want to go into deeper extension, you can come toward one of the back bends. And if you just want to chill out, nothing wrong with coming down to the elbows or just melting to the floor. Take this to where you need to. Keep your hips squared and look for at least some of that stretch on the bent leg side, outer right hip or toward the glutes. And just breathe here. All right, now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them back into center. And once your hands are close enough, we're going to take this to another pose. So pull your belly in, back your hips up over your left knee, and then step the right foot down outside your right hand. We're going to take a half split variation here. So both hands are going to be inside your right leg. Now just keep your hips pulled back, but start to walk your right foot forward. And then whenever you're ready, just press into the right heel, point the toes up toward the ceiling. And if this is good enough for a stretch, pull the right hip back and left hip forward. You're just looking for the stretch on the back of the right thigh on the underside. Now if you can take it further, maybe press the heel forward. And if you can take it further still, see about bringing that right forearm down to the floor. Maybe come down to both forearms. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Now this could be plenty. And if you want to take this into the full split, you can tuck the toes of your left foot. Let your hips sink down, but keep the right thigh pulling into your side. Rotate the right big toe in towards center. And just breathe with this here. So it's still a front to back split. Left hip still pulling forward, right hip still pulling back. All right, now from here, if you took it toward the full split, come back into your half split. Walk your hands back in close. And then come back onto your left knee. Now bring the right knee down as well. Come into all fours from wherever you are. And then tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, come into down dog. Let's take all that to the other side. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Flatten your right foot, straighten the right leg, pull your right hip forward, keep it in line with the left. Sink your weight straight down. And maybe stay upright. You can go toward the back bend here. You can melt down to the elbows. You can come down all the way. But again, keep your hips squared. Right hip still pulling forward. Look for at least some of that stretch on the bent leg side, outer left hip or toward the glutes. And just breathe here. Settle into this however you like. All right, here again, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And then pull your belly in. Back the hips up over your right knee. Step your left foot down outside your left hand, so both hands are inside your left leg. Now just keep your hips stacked over the right knee to start. Walk your left foot forward, and then whenever you're ready, press into the heel, point the toes up toward the ceiling. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Just find that stretch in the back of the left thigh, and that's all you're looking for here. This might be enough already. You can straighten the left leg if you want to take it further. Keep digging to the heel. If you can come down lower, bring yourself down to your forearms. Keep that left big toe rotated in towards center. Now, if you want to take this further toward the full split, stay forward, but you can tuck the toes of the right foot, let your hips sink down. Left thigh still squeezing in toward your side, left big toe still rotating towards center. Just take this to where you can and breathe. All right, now from here, if you took it toward that full split, come back to the half split, right knee come underneath your hips. Bring it up onto your hands if you're on your forearms, and then come down into all fours from wherever you are. Now, once you're in all fours, we're going to set this up for a camel variation. So walk your knees forward to behind your wrists and keep your knees about hips width distance apart. Hands to your hips, bring yourself upright.
Now, I always do this with my feet flat behind. You can tuck your toes if that suits you better. But with your hands on your hips, squeeze your glutes and press the hips forward right away. Keep that tension around your glutes with the hips forward. Now, you can keep your hands somewhere around the hips with the elbows back and the shoulders pulled back. But if you want to take this further, I'm going to recommend you do this with your hands at heart center. Shoulders back, hips forward. Walk your gaze up the front wall. Find the point of the ceiling directly above you. Just check in with this for a moment. See that your hips are still pressed forward, glutes engaged. Release your shoulders to the floor. This could be enough. Keep your chest open. Maybe let your head fall back. Now, if you want to take it further, go ahead, look toward the back wall or just let your gaze go further back. And then see about releasing your right hand. Now, you don't have to straighten the right arm, but maybe start reaching that right hand further back and maybe drop your right shoulder a little bit lower. And keep the back bent. Now, if you extended that right arm, pull it back to center. And then release your left hand. Start to reach your left hand back. You don't have to straighten out, but try to drop your left shoulder a little bit here as you're bending. Just take this to where you can. And then bring the left hand back to center. Now, hold camel. Keep your glutes engaged, chest open. Now, if you want to move from your hands at heart center, you can bring them down to your heels. Or if you want to make this even more intense, you can reach both hands back and just take this to where you can. Glutes still engaged, chest still open. Keep breathing. And then from wherever you are, pull back in. Hands to heart center, walk your gaze along the ceiling, find the front wall. And bring yourself all the way down to sitting on your heels. Now, if you want to stay here for an extra moment and breathe, that's fine. But whenever you're ready, bring your legs out from underneath you. And then come all the way down onto your back. Now, once you're down, pull your knees into your chest and just squeeze everything in. And we'll take this to a supine twist. So when you're ready, just release the left leg extended fully. Left hand to the right knee, right arm out to your side. And then pull the right knee across your body, tuck your left hip underneath you. Shoulders stay down, let your body twist and bring your gaze right. And this might be enough here. If you want to take this further, you can always extend that right leg out to the side. And if you want to take it further still, you can bind both legs. You can bend the left knee, reach down with your right hand and find your left foot. But wherever you take this to, keep your shoulders grounded, keep your gaze right, and just breathe into your twist. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just slowly release this and bring everything back into center. When you're ready, switch aside for the other side. Extend your right leg. And then right hand to your left knee, left arm out to your side. Draw the left knee across your body. Tuck the right hip underneath. Keep both shoulders down. And look left. Now, look for that stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. You can always just press down with the right hand or maybe extend your left leg further. And if you want the second bind, you can bend your right knee, reach with your left hand and find that foot. Now, wherever you take this to, keep your shoulders grounded and keep your gaze left and just breathe into your twist. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Now come back into center, pull your knees into your chest side by side. And then let's take this to happy baby. So when you're ready, just reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down on both sides. Now as you pull down, try to pull your knees toward the floor outside your ribs, but press your feet up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both directions. Flatten your tailbone toward the floor best you can. Try to flatten your spine. And you can rock this side to side if you want to take it further. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Drop down as much as you can. And with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body sink down into the mat.
And then when you're ready here, just start to move again, bit by bit, fingers and toes. Arms and legs. And then take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And pull everything back into center. Draw the elbows toward your chest, pull your knees up as well. And then just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Then ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Now take a deep inhale here, hold on to the top. And then just let everything go. And thank you for joining class today. Namaste.